What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a new Scream TV series, potentially. Now, I know I've seen other channels on YouTube doing this, so I want to make sure you guys are just aware of that I do know other channels have talked about it. I'm going to just be using the actual post. This comes from an Instagram user. I don't know how to say his name, but this is just a guy, or I don't even know if it's even a male or a female, but just a person that collects all of this different stuff. And I think what's very important to, I guess, realize or to get out there in the open before we go too far is these are just rumors. Also, there were rumors months back, I'm talking 3-4 months ago, from the same Instagram post collector that the idea was going to be to make a MTV Scream Season 3 following Emma and you know, that entire group. It wouldn't be connected to Resurrection that happened, right? That spin-off, that god-awful show, in my opinion. So that was the rumor a couple months ago, is that they were trying to bring back everybody. They were in negotiations with the actors and actresses to bring them back for what would be like an MTV Scream Season 3 to end the Brandon James arc, okay? Now, it seems like it's changed, but it could just be a different person has heard this. Maybe something in both of these is right, and maybe that is that there will be a new TV show, but it won't be the MTV one. So let's just read. Subject: get ready to scream. Message: a new Scream TV series is in the works, incredibly early in development. The cast and crew of Scream 2022 is not involved, but the show is set to connect to the new saga of movies. It's meant to air as a Paramount Plus original and has no connections to the previous MTV or VH1, which was that Resurrection Netflix shows. So this is not a season 3 or 4. Now, some of that's fine, some of it's not fine, in my opinion. I may be, so I didn't watch the videos that other people had made, so I try to keep my opinions, non-tainted, right? And maybe I'm going to say more controversial stuff than some other people have said. Number one, I actually would prefer you do the MTV one. I prefer well, I know people have problems with some of the characters, okay? And I totally get that, and I totally respect that, right? If you didn't like them, that's totally cool. But they're already, well, I guess for me, I do like them. Okay, I'm a big fan. Number two, they're already established and their story never concluded. So I am a fan of, like, giving these things closure. And I do think it's possible. You know what I mean? I think, yes, it's been years and these people have grown up and they've moved on and stuff. I do think they could have been brought back. I do think you could have finished it if everybody was kind of just on board with wanting to do that. I guess I get if you don't want to do it. Now, again, on the flip side of things, I get why you would want to do this, what we just read, and I do think it makes a lot of sense. Now, some things, like the fact that it's incredibly early in development. Now, are they just saying that because they're not sure and this thing's fake in the first place? Could be. Or are they really, did they just really kind of start this thing? Now, I think that is the only weak part of this entire thing that I would really hope isn't true, because it depends on how early does that even mean, right? Like, is this something that, well, they're thinking about it or they're putting it all together and maybe it can film by the end of this year and it can come out next year? Like, if it's something like that, that's fine. If you can try to line it up maybe even with the second Scream movie, Scream 6, Scream whatever, right? That's fine. But I think the negative I'm thinking of is if you wait way too long, you know what I mean? You don't want both the movies to be out, then you get this TV show rolling that's supposed to connect to the movies, and then you got one more movie and then it's over. I just don't think you plan that right. Now, yeah, you probably couldn't get a TV show going before the movie came out because you just don't know if it's going to do well, if people are going to receive it well, if Scream is really going to be back. But I do understand the idea of making a TV show that would maybe be a little bit more, synchronous with the movie. I think that makes a lot more sense. Now, does that mean you have to put it in Woodsboro? Maybe it means that. Maybe it doesn't mean that. Maybe you're going to have characters that you would do in the TV show that would go into the movie then for like the third film. But again, a lot of those things, in my opinion, would be very up in the air. Yes, that makes sense. But like, if one of the two things doesn't nail, then like, you know what I mean? You don't want to taint the other one. So if the show sucks, but you want it to be something more, which is not like Hollywood hasn't forced things in the past, right? Not with Scream, but, in other things, then, would you force these characters to be in the movie even though they're not great characters? So stuff like that. Those are the things I would say that worries me. But, I mean, on the general idea that we could be getting more Scream stuff besides movies, I've always been one for that. Now I wasn't around YouTube and I didn't cover the show when it was first out. It was a big missed opportunity, but I would definitely take it. I think it would be a lot of fun, and and sometimes better things happen in the shows than the movies because of just the way TV is, and then sometimes things are better in the movies than in the TV shows. So you kind of get that, some things are better, some things are worse, but it's more content, it's more stuff. You do have a potential of this is another, and we talked about this leading into Scream films, right? Like, this is your era now for Scream that you have people. You can't lose people, and I don't know if you'll ever get this kind of engagement back. You know what I mean? So that's why I was talking. If you let this go too long, you're not going to have that engagement anymore, and this thing will just be doomed to fail, right? Also, because would you do a TV show to only have it be one season? It would be a Paramount Plus thing, so obviously, and that's like owned by them, right? So that's something that maybe you would want to do a while with, maybe like 2-3 seasons or so. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're in an era right now where everything is going its way, and that could stop at any given moment. It could stop with Scream 6 if it's a box office fail, or if it's just not a good movie, or any combination of things, or any one thing even on its own could really derail this. So I would prefer this just gets going as soon as possible. And again, I'm always going to root for the MTV arc to it. The thing that just really put me off with the rumor in the first place is, again, I follow this person on Instagram. Like, I try to keep up with them every so often, and it really is just people submit things that they've heard, and some things turn out to be true, some things turn out to be false. But a couple months ago, there was the rumor in the way that this one is a rumor, like, there's a TV show happening. But a few months ago, it was, well, it's going to be the MTV cast. Now, it's, well, a TV show's happening, but it's not the MTV cast. So one of them could be right. Neither of them could be right. Maybe it is a TV show and it's neither of these two things. You flat out don't know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all my social media is in the description below. My Twitter, my second YouTube channel, along with our Patreon and YouTube memberships. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.